Hello, 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 and welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we're finding, learning, turning the great strategy games. And I have jetted across from the Pacific. We were getting flack, coming from Pearl Harbor, but we've now landed in, of all places, Brest-Litovsk. We've made it. We've made it. Now, there was some question whether I would make it to this stream, as OKH has said I could get shore leave in the Caribbean. That happens later tonight. And I said, no, 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 no. I can't leave yet. I have got to set up depots on the Eastern Front. That's how I get my jollies. So let's go through what we're going to do before we click next phase, which in this case will go phase one to the Soviets. It will be their turn. But before we do that, I just want to make sure I want to go through everything that I normally would at the end of a turn and make sure we're all set up. So first of all, let's actually go to the commander's report. And you remember last time we did the TOE check, and I said, anything, whoa, well, here's the problem. I don't have everything clicked off that I should. So let's make sure they're on map. Well, we'll just click this off. They're on the map. They're not support. They're not in transfer. Okay, so we got all that off. Um, this should be about right. Oh, the air bases. That's what I got to always remember to get off. Let's get the air bases off there. All right. Now let's reverse this. Aha. So see, we did have some that dropped down here, like the 18th or 16th Motorized Division, which is in 1st Panzer. That needs to go back into refit. I say back in, it never was there. 4th Romanian Mountain Brigade. Yep, let's refit it. What do we have down here? Shoot, I was hoping we wouldn't see another Panzer Division. We've got a few too many of those on refit right now. We got to keep that in mind. Security Division, no. 99th Light. Now, this just showed up on the map a couple of turns ago. It's down to 69 of its TOE, and then we're almost to the end. No Panzers, no Panzers! Whammy! Infantry Divisions, 4th Corps, or 54th Corps, or 55th Corps, I'm sorry. We're not going to do the 70s. I'm going to kind of keep a rule. Now, does that make complete sense? Not really. I mean, you probably would go into the 70s. Well, and I just said that, and I just changed my mind when it comes to the 7th Panzer Division. Okay, these things will continue to cycle as they get down here. We'll make sure they're on refit, but I just wanted to go back and make sure because I assumed as we moved through the south there, Tiago, hello, sir. KG is back. It is a long JU flight. Yeah, they took me by Stuka. I don't think that can make it from Pearl Harbor back to back to Königsberg. So yeah, over here in the Eastern Front, on a different side. Like I said, I got traded back and forth. I don't know how they're going to get me to the Caribbean. Supposedly, United Airlines is going to have a Boeing there to do it. Let's hope it's not the Supermax. Anyway, no joking about plane crashes. Um, 7th Infantry, 168th. Okay, that's all good. I think that's all good. What else do I want to look at? I always look at distance from headquarters just because that's probably smart. Can I take the headquarters units off here? I'm sure I can, right? That seems like something you should be able to get out of here. Well, in some respects, I kind of want them on here. If the headquarters is out, like the Corps headquarters or the Army headquarters, I probably want to see that as well. So, okay, we'll just go down here. Second Army is way out of command. Or is it? No, it's directly connected to OKH. That's right. Okay, so that's fine. First Hungarian's out. Those are the army groups and the Luftflottes. 4th Romanian Army is out underneath Antonescu, but this is, he's an army group, so he's got a range of 45, so 40's fine. Same with 17th Army, 18th Army, as long as they're within 45. 11th Army. Okay, we're going to have to move army groups south up here because 17th and 11th are getting close. And then up in the north, 18th Army is out. Now, I thought we moved Army group north up. Didn't we? We did. Why is it showing him so far out then? That can't be right. Yeah, he's only 11 now. Interesting. Okay. Um, am I crazy or is that not showing him 34 just oh it's the gosh darn it I did this again. This happened last time. They changed this report on me a little bit. Now it shows you negatives if they're out of their command range. I'm sorry, that didn't make any sense. All of those are in command. Okay, got it. And it's showing how many hexes they have left to move before they would be out of command. Got it. Okay. First Romanian Mountain Brigade is off 9-9. So these are Mountain Romanian Corps. I know what these are. We're not going to go look at them because these had to move. These stayed back to deal with those Soviet units in the south that are up in the mountains. So we're not going to go back and look at those. These are security. 19th Panzer is 5 off, but that's okay. But this is one of the ones we're actually refitting. I wish it was a little close. Can we move it any closer back? I don't think we can. Um, yeah, we could move it down one. I don't think I want to do that though. It's sitting right. Well, we have infantry here. Okay. Oh, we can't move that. It's the infantry we can move. Got it. Got it. Okay. See, I'm discombobulated from the move across the ocean. Okay. Yeah, I think these security. 8th Romanian. I kind of, if it's the 8th Romanian. Oh, wait a minute. 2nd Panzer Group is out. 3rd Panzer Group is out as well. What the heck? Okay, we need to move Army Group Center up then. I'm glad I came and looked. Army Group Center is sitting in Warsaw, but ultimately, I think we can switch these two. Let's move Army Group Center up to Brest-Litovsk so that that depot is getting full. And then the security. Now, this is weird, right? They move the security units back to the garrison box automatically, that theater box, but they don't move the command. And so we can continue to use this command to boost up depots if we need to. So that's great. Now some of these are going to show off. Oh, they haven't moved back yet. They moved back on turn 7. But the headquarters doesn't move anyway. It doesn't matter. The headquarters will stay out here. So okay, we'll move those around. Whoops. We'll move those around that way so that um, we get those in command, the panzer groups. So they should be on now. Okay, again, these are all fine. 290 or 129th Division, I should say. Said that as if I had dyslexia. He's gonna be out. That's just too bad. There's nothing we could do about that. But that's okay. 52nd Corps. Why is 52nd Corps out of command? Um, right. Okay. So 17th Army is going to have to move up here. Is there anything we could move? Yeah, we can move this security command back to Lvov. So let's do that. And let's move 17th Army up. Yep, and as you can see, it doesn't change the depot capacity. So those security commands work for those purposes. So that's great. And now all of these guys will be on command in command again. Now that was, that's one of the problems I've been thinking about is, a lot of times these armies got to go way up the map, and that's fine. You can boost the depot out by your troops, which is kind of the idea of why they started doing it this way. But the problem, of course, is what about way back in the back where you need to boost up the capacity, maybe even more? Why is 18th Panzer Division out of command? Okay, he's all the way down there, which means let's move the head. I hate to move the headquarters on that side of the river. Um, he's 5 of 5 now. What if I come here? Does that work? I think it does. Yeah, okay. Now they're all in command, and he's on this side of the river, which should help, the supplies come up. don't have to. Oh gosh, I'm always thinking of supplies. But I would like him to be in command just in case he gets counterattacked out here. He could get support units. It doesn't matter for supply anymore. Old War in the East thing, thinking about there. Security 94th Infantry Division is out of command. Okay, fine. That's part of 6th Army. We can move him up. That's not a problem. As a matter of fact, we can move him up twice. 56 Corps. That works. And this is why I do it, just to go through here. Again, at this point, we're not getting counterattacked really, but it would make a huge difference if we did, because they can get support units when they get attacked. He's out here. What's his headquarters? It's 46th Motorized. Okay, 46th Motorized. We'll move you up one. Now he's in command. He probably will get counterattacked this time, so it's especially important there. 256th Division, 290. Gosh darn it. I had a lot more this time than I usually do. I usually am so careful to try to get this right. Hmm. Okay, this may have something to do. So this is 10 core. He's out. Where's the rest of 10 core? They're kind of, oh, I had to do that because I'd rather have this one in command. So that's fine. 290th. Okay. It's part of 50th Corps. Well, there's absolutely no reason. This is Lindemann, I believe. No reason he can't move up here. There we go. Get him right up next, snuggled up next to his troops. I'm sure they'll rally now. Another motorized corps. Wow. It's all the way out here. Oh, it's directly connected back to that. There's a lot of them out here, actually. So this is 48th motorized and 3rd motorized. Okay. He's out. Yeah, so he's just a little, the Panzer groups back here, that's what it's looking for, well, let's just take that up to Proskurov. No reason we can't. We've got the other headquarters there now, and so now we're just daisy chaining headquarters. That works for me. Hungarians, we just talked about this infantry division, 11th Romanian, 50th Corps out. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's why I didn't have him quite that far over here. Does that put, nope. Okay, now everybody's on side there. Perfect. Okay, so there's that. We're all done with that part. Now, let's go and make sure Fliegerführer C, we put that down there. Yeah, we don't really need to do that. Okay, let's go back to our national supply sources and let's trace out where the heck these depots are. All right, so I did some testing. It does not matter if you make these export depots. They're too far. I mean, there's no way for them to get supply over here, right? So they have to be in the same sea zone. So they have to be in the Baltic Sea zone, right? So we can just turn these all down to 1. Now you could say, hey, is that realistic? Because they've obviously set this up that we'll be fighting the Western War at some point. Probably not, but we're going to turn these all down to 1. We could put them all on 0, but I don't want them to get so ahistorical that it's just ridiculous. Obviously, if we had a Western Front war and Western theater boxes, Hamburg's going to get supply. So we're going to leave it on 1, okay? Rostock, I am turning into an export port so that hopefully it will get stuff over here to the uh, the Baltic states. So we've got these as import ports. We're hoping the export ports send them over here. Now I can tell you in just play testing this, Rostock doesn't seem to send anything over here, and I'm not exactly sure why yet. But let's see. Rostock is a 2. That's fine. This I'm just keeping this as an import port. Stralsund, but I did turn this one, Sassnitz, into an export port. Okay, and so it's a level 2. We've got these as 2s. We really should probably bump these up as threes to make sure we get something. Now, a two will, like an export two, will send to a two, but it's going to try to send more if it's a three, right? Level fours will not send anything to depots that are less than them. Um, wow, I missed a lot of chat. Yeah, Tiago, I could move some to the National Reserve, some of those that are going into refit, and we will do that eventually. This early on, I need everything I've got. A Stellaris scientist. Yeah, I saw the new Stellaris drop today. I'm gonna have to grab a hold of that and start learning the new Nemesis stuff. Um, Tack says, "Is Stalingrad hard to take in War in the East too?" Well, I do not know, Tack. We're not. We haven't gotten out there yet. Now, in War in the East one, by the time you got out there, usually the Soviets were so worn down that you could take it fairly easy. Uh, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I don't know in this game yet, so we'll see. We'll see. Um, maybe we'll see in this game. Maybe I'll just keep pushing on to there to see, how hard it is to take. Um, Tick, Tik. What is that? What is that? What is that channel? The other one I like is the other history channel I like on YouTube is Kings and Generals. I think that one's really good. I like that. If you're into history, they've got something for everything. Good graphics, good writing on that one. So check that one out. How do you send planes to the reserve? Oh my gosh, Tiago. Don't come at me with hard questions. We're talking depots. We'll get there when I go to the air planning. Um, but let me. If you have AI air assist on, you can't do it. It does it for you. So if you do have AI air assist on, you cannot send planes to the reserve. I don't believe. I don't know. I don't play with AI Air Assist anymore. I made those videos and then I kind of forgot about AI Air Assist, or I've tried to anyway. We do have this one like exporting. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. Shouldn't we have this importing? I think we should. And so, how do you change that? Well, you just go up here and click on it and change it to. Oh, we do have it as an import port. Am I? Hold on. Am I getting these backwards? Oh, I am. Yeah. Okay. When it's white, it's export. That's what I said, right? When it's white, it's export. When it's dark, it's import. Okay, I think that's what I said. Let's turn one of these to three. Let's have it be memel, just for testing purposes. And we'll see how much memel gets in this time and see if it makes a big difference bumping memel from two to a three. Okay. Now, I don't disband any of my depots. I just don't see why you would really. But I try to keep all of these out here as ones. I don't, if they bring a little in and they hold it, that's fine. You can see it's not storing anything, which would be in blue. These depots are all sending the stuff on, which is what we want. Now, Minsk, I think I want Minsk to be a four. It's still my main depot out here to supply everything. So I'm going to have that be a four. Now I know that I feel like logically some of these should be threes, but I'm going to bump them all to four out on the front lines. Um, this one does nothing. I don't even know why this depot is set up. It does nothing for us. Now, this one I am tempted to just disband. We don't need it. We're going to take Pskov next time, but I think I want it as like a smaller, lower priority one, like a one, so that when I don't have the rail out to it yet. When I do get the rail out to it, I may bump it to a two, just because there's a long distance between here and Pskov, and I wouldn't mind if that's stored up a little bit. Riga, I'm going to make a four again. Okay, let's pop that up to a four, and this a four. So everything out here is a four. We've got some twos. I've got a three here at Memel. Um, Got these as twos. Now, there's not a whole lot out here, but that's okay. I'm going to bump these down to ones. just to, they can, hold some and move some on if they want, but I'm just not going to make them a priority. This one, hmm, I mean, this is where this goes. Why don't I leave one of these as a 2? Let's do it here. What's the rail yard situation here? It's only a 1. Is this a better rail yard? Jelgava? No, it's a 1. Is this a better one? The game loves to set this one up here at Tookums. I just want to call it Tookums. It's probably Tuckums. It loves to set this up as a priority 4 depot, but I have no idea why. I've been trying to figure that out. Kaunas I'll keep as a 2, Vilnius as a 3. That all looks good to me. We're going to really try to draw it out here as much as we can. I kept one of these as a 2. That works. 1. All right, we've got nothing out here. I kind of feel like I should put some 1s out here somewhere, but I'm not going to do it yet. Yeah, I should maybe put a security unit there and just build a depot or a couple of them on this main rail line just so it's storing a little bit of it out there. We've got this as a 2. I don't think that's necessary. Let's just make that 1. I'm keeping these as 2s, so it is drawing some out of Warsaw because I have so much as 4 up here that I don't know that it makes sense to bump any of these down to 1s, even though I have a 3 in Lvov. So I've got a 3, a 4, a 2. I've got 4s. These are my main ones, right? 4 and 4. Lvov is the big hub. I'm almost tempted to turn that into a 4. We'll build up Proskorov eventually. Now that reminds me, is it damaged? It is, but I don't have any APs left to fix it. We'll have to do that next time. Make sure you remind me. 2s, 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 that's okay. I've got a 4 right out here by the troops. Is this damaged, Kishinev? It is. Oh, we've already got that on priority. Okay, perfect. That's only one depot for a lot of troops. And there's not kind of anything in between here. I should maybe make this one. Is this one damaged? No, it's only got a level 1 rail yard though. That's okay. Let's make this one a 3. It may, it can get out here and supply a lot of this stuff. Um, Back here, 2s. I don't know why that one's a 3. It's kind of a I guess, kind of a focal point. It does have a level 2 rail yard, but I'm going to bump that down to a 2. As we go through, I know I'm not explaining some of these decisions, but as we go through here, I mean, really the main idea is you want to have right out by your troops 4s. You want to have a few 3s where you're drawing your supply out of the homelands. So Brest-Litovsk is a 3, Lvov is a 3, this is a 3. We've got Vilnius for the north and the center is a 3, and then out by the troops, all 4s, okay? And then I bumped up Memel to a 3. Riga is a 4. It's out by the troops. So, and then everything else I just make 1s or 2s. Now I'm leaving these as 2s. I'll probably bump them down to 1 next time. But I'm just doing that because I want to make sure I get some moving south and the south doesn't get neglected. Now, some of these back here behind the mountains, I just don't think we need these to be anything more than 1s. Bucharest I'll keep as a 2, right? But I think not all of these need to be 2s. I'll make this a 1. Well, yeah, I'll make that a 1. I'll make this one a 1. I just don't see any need for them to be 2s. Maybe I'll change my mind at some point, but I don't see that, and I don't see any reason to have this port, which we have as an export port. I don't see any reason to have that be bumped up to a 2 until we actually take another port we can send supply to. A 2, I'll keep this a 3 just because, again, I want to be drawing stuff to the south so it doesn't get neglected. A 1, okay, a 2, that's fine. Budapest is a 1, okay. Um, Here we go. There's Vienna, which is a NSS, as they call them in the business. Towards the mountains, I'll keep that. Prague, 1. What's Munich? 1. Perfect. Nuremberg doesn't even have one. Okay. We've got ones back here. Frankfurt's a national supply source, of course. Ones. Dresden is a 1. Leipzig is a 1. Okay, I think we've gone all around the map. Um, Hopefully that was instructive. Now I am going to come out tomorrow, or will drop tomorrow. I won't be live tomorrow, but I will put out the next basic tutorial over logistics, and we'll talk about these depots, why I would set them up that way, at least in my mind. But we'll talk about the big general concepts so that you can set them up however you want. And then maybe I might do a fourth one that's kind of called putting it all together, but maybe I'll move on from there and get into like headquarters and leaders and that kind of stuff. I also had a request on Discord to do combat reports and your air execution summary. So to go through those reports and figure out exactly what they're telling you on those. And so, yeah. Um, hey, Erzbeck, what's up? M60, what's going on? Control M, you get to the C zones. Let's go do that. Is that what you were saying, M60? Let's try that. Control M. Yeah, hey, check it out. Look at these C zones. God, that's beautiful. Huh, interesting. And they show you, I knew this before, at least this is how it was in the first game, right? It shows you the different regions of the countries. Huh, that's pretty cool. Interesting. Okay, well, that's very handy. So Control M will show you the C zones and that they can only transport um, freight across their own sea zones. They couldn't go around here to Kattegat with the Vikings, um, and bring stuff that way. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and resolve this turn. We could probably talk those logistics out forever, but I'm going to kind of back up here a little bit. I'm going to think, is there anything else I need to do? I should probably put ground support back on so I don't forget that. Um, I don't think so. I think that's it. I think we've already transported. Let's do F9 and just make sure we can't bring any more freight out here. Yeah, there's nothing else. We can't run anything into there. So, okay, they've flown all their miles for the most part. These are all level bombers. You can pay a cost. I forget what it is. I just read this in the rule book, but you can use these level bombers to take freight, but it hurts. It hurts quite a bit. So just use your transport aircraft. It used to be in the old game, you could take just general supplies out with level bombers, but now since it's called freight and it includes fuel supply and ammunition, you can only do it with the transport planes for kind of no cost. I can't remember. Is it APs that you have to spend here? Or it's something to do, I just can't remember. It's something to do with the level bombers themselves, maybe. All right, let's get back to move mode. Let's end our turn and see what happens. All right, there goes the Soviet turn. Rostock was in the Baltic Sea Zone, KG. Yes, from my viewing of it, pretty much everything, uh, in Germany over here was in the Baltic Sea Zone. So I don't know. Maybe it could have had something to do with me just having Memel on a 2 and it was a long distance. And so it decided not to send when I was testing it. We'll see. We'll see. Because I am curious about those. I mean, it's not something you really did before. So the more we can learn, the better. Moving through the logistics phase. All right, so I've got a pack. I was going to go get my hair cut, but forget it. Forget it. I'll just do it. I'll do it down in the Caribbean if I've got to. Um, I got a pack. I leave LAX at like 1 in the morning. Whew. Going through Miami. Miami to Aruba. I doubt the Soviets are gonna do much in the air planning phases or air execution phases until 1942. I mean, really, at this point, all they can do is try to help on the ground. They can do some recon, which they're doing right now. Um, we did put some sorties up there, though. Uh, so they must have done some kind of ground. Well, that's weird in the air planning phase, huh? I guess we scrambled some fighters. Anyway, they're going to do recon. That's what they're doing right now, and they're just getting obliterated by our anti-aircraft. They'll do some ground support, and they do air transport. You know, they move a lot of freight around, but that's about it, and that's about all we're going to do too. So I'll be very curious to see with this breakthrough. I don't think I'm going to continue going this way. I kind of said this last time, but I'm going to try to go around behind Smolensk here with the second and the third together, and I'm going to send the second down this way to take Tula, maybe Orel and Tambov. Then we turn north into Moscow, and I'm going to send the third up this roadway here, kind of sort of towards Kalanin and then on to Moscow, kind of from the north. And we'll try to use the third and circle Moscow from the north. Oh, wow, they broke through here a little bit. Ooh, they did back here too. They're trying to get to Minsk. A counterattack. Not really. We had a gap in the lines there. That was smart for the AI to move through there. Let's make sure I got my message. Whoa. You never want to see that white screen. I've noticed the game's been doing this sometimes, though. It'll recover. Let's hope. Let's hope. Urzbek says, would it make sense to give Ploesti Romania some AA units to defend the oil fields? Not this early in the game. The Soviets just are not going to run offensive bombing missions. I mean, if you were playing a human, I guess it's oh my gosh. I got the spinning wheel of death here. Usually with this game it recovers. We shall see. Well, I'll just come down to chat while it's trying to figure things out. Um, oh, I guess you guys can't see that. Your screen kind of looks the same, I think. Urzbek, against a human, I do think it's possible because humans will do unpredictable things. The AI is not going to really be running any bombing missions offensively as the Soviets, and really most humans won't either, because we will absolutely smoke them AA wise. Most of those cities do have AA attached to them. I'm glad we recovered there. My goodness. The game was stuck at 24% for quite a while. Now you see these Soviet runs, like they're bringing freight into Pskov from up here at this depot. Okay, again, they bring a lot of freight in, or they move a lot of freight around. That is for sure. Yeah, this little breakthrough here, I'm really just kind of threatening it. So maybe they move some units down here, and then we're going to turn right back up this way. Kind of the old double back. All right, there we go. Now it's our logistics phase. I can't wait to see if these ports got enough stuff in. And we'll also go to the 8 button, and we'll see where everything's getting its supply from. Um, I'm talking big general supply here. So freight, where's it getting its freight from? Uh, yeah, this AI is good at forming defensive lines and cutting off units. That is for sure. Uh, much better than the old AI. All right, logistics up to 61%. Come on, baby. Keep on cranking. KG, very interesting. Yeah, I knew the Soviets did run some, isolated missions into Romania. I don't think I've ever seen the AI in this game do that. I don't like to play that way. Like, well, I know the AI does this, so I should do that. I mean, it kind of takes a little some of the fun out of it. But I guess it just has never dawned or occurred to me to, definitely um, put more AA in Romania. Okay, let's get down here and see what our movement points look like. Out here for Second Panzer, 24, 37, 23. Okay, okay. Let's take this off because I'm really interested in the supply this time. All right, so Minsk is supplying all of this. No, pretty much, no surprise there. All of Second Panzer here. We actually got more than I thought we would. These things should start to, get more and more because we should move out here to Vitebsk. We've got the depot at Vitebsk now. It actually even got supply in and sent it out this turn. So we had just built that depot. It needs a lot of repair, but yeah, I mean it's 62% damage, but we actually got some in and sent it back out. We'll put a headquarters. We've got Third Panzer Group headquarters here assigned. Yeah, we need to put more construction here. While I'm here, I'm just going to do it. If we can find, I'll put one more in there. We may need more other places, but let's put that construction in there and lock this sucker. Okay, it's already locked. That's good. We actually, okay, that's good. So this got a lot. Third Panzer actually looking pretty good too. I mean, this is 27, so it's not like wow. I mean, it's just barely over half, but it's also out here in the middle of the woods with no major cities around. So to get 27 movement points, not bad. This has got 40 back here where it's closer. We don't have the rail into Vitebsk yet, and it's got a damaged rail yard, but it's already starting to send stuff out. This depot actually did quite a bit of good work, and we've got a lot of this stuff. Now we've got a Panzer Group 28 up there. Okay, I'll take that. Anything over 25 that you're getting when we move this far is good in movement points. You can see the fuel, 91%. Excellent, excellent. Um, this sent out a decent amount. I want to see it do more, but we just got the rail here, and now we're going to take the rail back and connect this to Vilnius, so hopefully that'll help even more. This did nothing, which I expected it to do nothing. Riga, of course, was the big one in the north. Um, this supplied or gave freight to one unit. So, okay. As a matter of fact, its own units here got supplied out of Riga. They didn't even take it from here. There was nothing that came out. Oh, I see. This is actually coming from down here. Whoa, where did that come from? Memel. Okay, so if you're wondering, the red is when it goes depot to unit. The white is when it goes depot to depot. And as you can see here, well, that is actually not shipping. That should be in blue. We should be getting blue lines where it comes across the sea. As you can see, Berlin, everything's coming out of Berlin. Prague, a little bit. Actually, Prague it does not have enough shipping out. And I wonder if I need to set up stronger depots around here. Vienna, it's got some. It's got some coming out. Not as much as I'd like. What's Frankfurt look like? Yeah, it's got a few as well. It's really focusing on the west here. It's all really Berlin, right? Um, yeah, and that's what supplied Memel this time. It wasn't those, port to port. So that's interesting. They stored a lot this time. Maybe it takes them a turn or two to get up to speed. We'll see. I don't know. We'll have to figure out the ports. I still haven't gotten it to work that well. When it comes to ports, I feel like all the rail yard stuff, that's easy. I get that, but with the ports, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to get this port going. But maybe this one's damaged. Let's go look. How damaged? Nope. Well, there goes that idea. Memel, of course, is within our own starting territory, so it probably shouldn't be damaged. Maybe I need to bump up La Paja too. What size of port is Memel? It's a size 2. La Paja is a size 2. Uh, Well, we're just gonna have to figure that out. I don't know. We'll have to figure out a better way of getting things port to port. But as is, I'm pretty happy with the supply situation that I'm seeing. Um, oh, this is great for first Panzer. This is like the most movement points you would ever have this far out. Um, at least in the first game. And this game's different, obviously, but that's a lot to have like 40 when we're all the way out here. Getting close to the Dnieper, that's pretty good to have over 40. We're gonna have to find a way through here. We may have to just try to blast this away. Maybe even come down here. We've got a 1 and 1 and a 3 and a 3. That's a possibility. Just kind of looking big picture. Second Army, I thought we saw something kind of bust through here, but I guess we don't even have detection on it. I'm gonna have to take one of these units and come over here because I know I saw a Soviet unit go this way. That would be disaster if they came and took Minsk, right? I mean, look at all of the supply or freight we have coming out of Minsk. Fourth Army. Okay, second again. All right, I'm going to turn all of second and third Panzer and try to blow it through this gap. We've got a 9 and a 9 and a 14 and a 5 on defense. Even a 16 is not that strong. Now, I know that they've got stuff back here. I wish I could run some more recon. I don't dare. We're going to have a lot of firepower coming through here. And then I'll take second this way and I'll take third right up here. And we should be at Moscow or getting close to Moscow by turn. I want to under promise and over deliver. So we'll say turn 11. We should be getting out to the outskirts of Moscow. We can see the spires. We're here. We'll call back to Berlin and say the war is won. Not exactly, because as you can see, it's almost impossible to get all the way around Berlin. But what you got to try, or Berlin, Moscow, you got to try to cut this rail line into Moscow and cut this one as well. So you got to get units onto that. Now, sometimes with third, you got to take it all the way up here to get there. And second, there's almost no way through. It's heavy woods, so you got to kind of come up this way and cut it here. You can eventually get infantry up into these heavy woods and block it off, but we'll see. We're in good pace to get up there by like turn 11 or so, I think, with the Panzers. What else did I want to talk about before we go look at the news and stuff? Okay, they've completely abandoned Pskov, really, except for this. I mean, they've got this one unit. We'll do a deliberate attack on there and it'll go flying. They've got strong units kind of here in the middle. I think what I'm going to do is bring 4th Panzer around and just drive it through Pskov. Now, it's hard to do that, right? Because you got heavy woods, you've got rough, you've got marsh, you got a lot of bad stuff. But what I really want to do, I think this is light woods, right? Yeah, this is heavy woods. Okay, this is rough. We'll see. I may still bring them up here, but sometimes I take them through Pskov, and then we'll kind of turn this way. Because one thing I'm noticing about the AI is they put up these really strong fronts, but yeah, ports tutorials incoming. Well, you got to let me figure it out, Uzbek. Gosh darn it. The ports, I don't know why they're not moving freight. There's something going on. I'm going to figure it out. Anyway, with what was I? Oh, I was talking about the Panzers. Sometimes I like them to go through Pskov like that, but it's really terrible terrain. But I also what I was saying is about the AI. They're throwing up strong front walls, but they don't have as much behind it as it used to be. These units used to be kind of strung out, and you'd go along and just hasty attack them and knock them back. Well, now you're having to do deliberate attacks, but once you get through the line, there are real opportunities for encirclement. I think it's more historically accurate. I also think it's more fun because it gives you a chance to get those big encirclements, and try to get those pockets. So I think it's a lot of fun. All right, let's put our air units back out here. Where'd you go, air units? And let's see if we can or if we want to re-air or rebase some of these. We've got JG54 here, but I think I want it right up here, right? I mean, we want it on the true front line. So let's take JG54 and we will move it right up here. Ostrov. Okay. All wants to go to Ostrov. Okay, it's got none of this stuff, but in flexible mode, it should start moving things up here before the air execution phase, not after it. KG76. Well, where do you want to be, buddy? I kind of wish I had taken that now. I could put one unit of them up here, but let's move them. Oh, that's too much. Does that overstack it? I hope not. Let's see. Immediate transfer. No, that's fine. That's fine, right? For a oh, that might be too many planes. Actually, yeah, it's showing red. Shoot. Let's actually change that and move it here. Is that too many as well? Probably. They both have the same size of runway. Let's cancel that. Cancel that transfer. Let's move KG76 back here on Valmyra then. Um, That'll work. It's got enough space. Okay. That's good. KG76, JG74. Let's keep moving bombers up. There's not a lot of decent airfields out here. Maybe I should have built one. We could have talked about building one. Let's move this bomber unit like up here, meaning I've really got to take care of that unit before anything crazy happens. Immediate transfer. All right, KG1's up that way. And then I guess the other KG, where'd they go? KG76, KG77. Is there any good place to move it? Not really. Uh, let's put it across these two if we can. All right. Media transfer. Yes. Now let's see what the stacking looks like. Doggo Pills had 133. Okay, 114 and 60. It's not terrible. It's better than it was. Let's put it that way. What's JG54? How's it? Oh, it's not overstacking Ostrov. Okay. And so we could have brought something else. One of the other bomber groups we could have put at Ostrov, I guess. I've kind of got too many of them over this way. Do I dare take this back to Ostrov? Parnu. I kind of like having it over there, but it's a lot of bombers. Let's just bring it to Ostrov. Actually, we'll spread it across these three. Okay, it's going to spread it across two. Let's do an immediate transfer. There we go. Okay, so now we got bombers and fighters right near the line. They're not wasting their air miles. That means we can also move up some of these recon, now that we're really using them. Koloff North, I'm tempted to like do interdiction out here at Riga because why not? I mean, I think they have the one bomber unit, right? Let's go see, actually. I thought they did because they're strategic bombing. Strat Recon. Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm thinking of Fliegerführer Aussie. It's very possible. Nope, these are all Strat Recon. Ah, shoot. Okay, I thought they had a bomber group, but I'm wrong. If it was going to be anything, it probably would be this one, right? I mean, that's the only one with a different kind of symbol. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll put Koloff North. Let's put it up here at this base. There's nothing going on there now, so we'll immediately transfer that. Okay. Oh, hey, one thing I wanted to do instead of you guys just seeing me rebase aircraft, uh, is let's look at our losses. the info screens. Let's do that. Um, okay, here we are. Axis losses on the current turn. So really, I think like the last turn. I think this shows you the last 6 phases. 31,000 to 119,000. That's a little too close for comfort. But overall, 134,000 Axis losses, 1.1 million Soviet losses. For air losses, we were like kind of 3 to 1, not quite even 3 to 1 for the game. We're not even quite 4 to 1. It's not good enough. We'll have to go back and really study what's happened in the air war, what the AI did, because I don't like it. Um, what else did I wanted to look at more. There's our victory points. Check it out. The initiative player, that's us. Axis high watermark is at 410. Um, Manpower losses. Whoa. Now see, it's been doing this when you start a turn. It shows you 0. It's not actually 0. It's like out here somewhere probably for the manpower that we're doing. See what I'm saying? On turn 6, it says 0. I kind of wish they wouldn't do that at the start of the turn because that's usually when people go and look at this stuff. And I think it kind of throws things off. Let's look at our news events. Soviet partisans in Belarusia. Soviet directives issued on July 29, 1941 call for the formation of partisan detachments and diversionist groups in the German-occupied territories. Already organized partisan formations from the remains of the destroyed Red Army immediately become active in Belarusia. Partisan attacks in Belarusia. Okay, intensity 1. We'll go look at that because it interdicts your freight. Shortage of Axis forces leads to a setback in North Africa. Come on, Rommel, let's go. I left Rommel there for a reason. North African campaign events are moved forward. Italian campaign events are moved forward. Okay. Let's turn on interdiction levels. And let's go down here, and you can see partisan activity on the map. All right. That's what this is. And so to the extent that that gets in here, it doesn't completely cut off all of your freight that moves through there. It lessens it. It's just like an interdiction bombing mission. And so those are partisans, and you can see them out here near the rail lines. They're blowing up things. They're causing us problems near Minsk. They're causing us problems up here. We're not going to be able to get as much supply through. So that's partisan activity. Now the game is handling the theater boxes, so you can't blame me. Indiana Dell, what's up? How you doing? Um, Other things are bombers close to the front have to compete with the ground forces for supplies. Yeah, true. Um, I'm not too worried about it in the north. Does Recon fly at night? It does not, Tiago. It won't even let you set those call-offs to night missions. So no, it does not. Uh, Yeah, they leave very few units behind at Tiago. They had that front line. If you can get around the front line, you got some real opportunities. Uh, yeah, twin engines on a single strip. It is hard. It is hard. Okay, let's just move some of these call-offs really quick and get the kind of the air war buttoned up here. Call of 18, I may leave up here just in case I want to run some recon out here. I don't really know why I would. Call of 4, let's move you up. Um, I keep wanting to draw this and be like, show me another air base. Okay, they all want to go there, so that's fine. There's just not a whole lot until we take Pskov, but I'm going to move my fighters and bombers into Pskov most likely. Okay, Call of 16 and Call of 2. Maybe we'll move Call of 16 over here. So Call of 16 over here. There we go. Immediate transfer. Yep. And then Call of 2. Is that what that was? Call of 2. It is indeed. Um, I don't know. I kind of don't care. We're not using them. I'll put them out here somewhere. Whoa, that control went mad. Let's not do that. Wow, look out. I got a wild mouse control. Jaga pills, that's fine. Immediate transfer. Okay, so now we've got all the north taken care of, or all of Luftflotte 1. They've all moved up. They're kind of on the river at least. Luftflotte 2, I'm going to save for next time. And the reason is I got to go pack, gents. I got things I got to do. I got a trip. Now, I am not going to be live tomorrow, but I will upload at the normal time. So tomorrow at 2 o'clock, there will be a video up. You guys will be like, it's like he never left. We actually prefer him not to be live. Get his head off there. Yeah, tomorrow will be an upload of episode or part 31. We will continue moving. We'll get through very quickly, moving the air forces about, the Luftwaffe about. Just make sure they're in the right spot. We'll look at the directives really quickly, make sure we've just got them on ground support. We've got recon off. As a matter of fact, let's do it really quickly. Ground support, ground support, ground support. Yeah, we got all these on ground support. And that's how we're going to run it. I may rethink running fighters at 120%. I don't want my fighters to get too thinned out. And as you see here, we've only got about 84 of them left. Right here, one Flieger Corps, 84 of them left. So in the north. But they're also getting a little thinned out in the center and the south. So we may back off a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Videos will be up the whole time I'm gone. So I probably won't be able to do live streams. I guess it just depends on the internet connection. But I will be uploading videos with the blessing of my wife. She said it's fine. It's fine. You can put up like 2 a day. But otherwise, we got to be at the pool drinking margaritas. No, she's actually got to work down there a little bit. So I'll have time. All right, guys. Thank you so much. As always, great comments as always. Thanks for stopping by. Keep checking out the channel. It won't be live, so it won't be quite as exciting, but it will be all the same content. More tutorials coming, more Let's Plays in the next few days while I'm gone. So anyway, thank you so much. Strategy Gaming Dojo. Have a good one.